Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football Channel for your Chelsea versus Manchester United Premier League preview. Massive game, the end of what has been a massive week for Chelsea. 3-0 winners away at Leicester, 4-0 in that exhilarating, scintillating game at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday night versus Juventus. Manchester United, they have had a very interesting week, and the appointment of Ralf Rangnick, luckily for Chelsea, he's not going to be ready today to take over. Michael Carrick is still in charge. United won 2-0 against Villarreal last time out, but their Premier League form is as bad as I can ever remember it during my lifetime in the Premier League. Before we get into my Chelsea team news, my predicted lineup for the day, I would love to ask you to subscribe to the George Benson Football Channel if you haven't already done so, and also go and check out GBFC 2, link in the description. Today, or maybe tomorrow, I'm going to be releasing the first video of an entire different strand of content that I'm going to be making. It's basically following Indonesian football, speaking a bit of the local language, getting involved with the culture, doing match day vlogs, basically, essentially. That's what we're doing, and it's over on GBFC 2. Link down below. Would love to get you guys' feedback. I think the first video that I've done is pretty fun. I really enjoyed making it. I'll leave a link down below to the channel. Man United coming to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea have not had the best of times against United recently. I don't think we've beaten them in the last 7 games, which is kind of odd considering how good we've been. Under Frank Lampard, it wasn't easy. We got battered every single time we played United. Went there to Old Trafford on the opening day of the season. Were beaten 4-0. Chelsea struggled, and they have been struggling against the Manchester United team. However, there is a big question around this game today, and it is about whether it is a good time or not so good of a time to be playing Manchester United when they sacked Ole Gunnar Solksjear. They've been playing woeful football at times. They were butchered at Vicarage Road last weekend by Watford, completely annihilated. And you just wonder if that result against Villarreal, which will see them go through in their Champions League group into the last 16, you just wonder if that could well be the turning point in their season. Ole's left. I made it absolutely no secret here on GBFC and on social media that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's sacking was only a matter of time. It was kind of when's it going to be as a case to if it's actually going to happen. And I think now that Manchester United have got rid of him, we might start to see a little bit more fluidity in the way that they play, a little bit more structure, and a little bit more sound defending, which I hope is obviously not the case today. But the good thing about Chelsea is right now we are playing so well, and it doesn't matter what team we come up against. I firmly believe that Chelsea will beat anything and everything that is put in front of us right now. We are in such good form. We still have injuries to worry about. No Mateo Kovacic today. Lukaku doesn't look like he's going to start. Thomas Tuchel's interview with a press conference didn't look too positive about Lukaku starting. Timo Werner back after he scored against Juventus, and I think he might start through the middle today. We'll go through my lineup in a little while. But if we look at the head-to-heads between Chelsea and Manchester United recently, the last 20 games, there have been 7 draws, 7 wins for Chelsea, 6 for United, although that form has been a lot worse recently. We had a good little run against United, and all of a sudden, it absolutely capitulated. We've obviously also got no Ben Chilwell after the injury. It looks as though it's going to be something along the lines of 6 weeks. Then Thomas Tuchel said they will reassess whether or not Ben Chilwell is okay to start training without the ball. And it is going to be a miss for Chelsea. At the moment, everything's been going through Reece James and Ben Chilwell. And without Ben, we're going to have to see if Marcus Alonso can step up. Or will we see Cesar Azpilicueta starting in the left wing-back position? Let me know your thoughts on that one in the comments down below. Without any further ado, though, we are going to build my Chelsea starting 11 that I think, if I get it up on the screen now, is going to beat Manchester United today. I think, in the words of Rudiger from Porto Uncovered, I think we might be smelling blood here. You know, I think it's still very soon after the Solskjaer sacking. I think that United are a bunch of very, very good players. It's just a matter of time as to when they start to click and play well together. And I think today, Chelsea away is possibly the worst opening Premier League fixture that Michael Carrick, as the current interim manager, could possibly have. But we begin with Mr. Edouard Mendy, the goalkeeper, shortlisted for Goalkeeper of the Year. If he doesn't win it, then there is something dodgy going on with these awards. Edouard Mendy has been absolutely superb. Against Juventus the other night, didn't have a lot to do, but that one save he did make, I think it was Weston McKennie, who had the shot. Brilliant save again from Mendy. Chelsea, super confident with this man between the sticks right now. And we move into the central back three of Chalobah, Thiago Silva, and Tony Rudiger. It's a weird one at the moment because Christensen has not exactly done anything wrong for him not to be picked in the Chelsea starting 11. However, Trevor Chalobah, I feel as though ever since he's put on that shirt, he's been flawless. He's been absolutely exceptional so far this season. Thiago Silva is in the form of his life. There was a little worry in the game against Juventus when he actually did that goal line clearance that he might have pulled something in his hamstring. Nothing to worry about. Thomas Tuchel didn't even really get asked about it in the presser. He's going to be in the middle, and Tony Rudiger carries on that wonderful run of form. Scored last week against Leicester, and I've got a feeling he might score again today. Whenever Chelsea play at the moment, you just know that a defender is probably going to contribute with at least one goal. I think today, Rudiger may get himself one. We'll go through my actual score prediction in a little bit. We move into the wing-backs. Reece James, of course. We spoke about him highly and a lot in the last video, just talking about how good this guy is. And to be honest, at the moment, when I think about my excitement of watching Chelsea play, Reece James is the player that excites me the most. Not just because of the form, but because I think the ceiling, like I said in the last video, is so high with Reece that no matter what the opponent, Juventus, Manchester United, I just know that he will be Chelsea's match winner. On the other side, we have got Marcos Alonso. I was going to put Aspi there, but again, Alonso, before Chilwell came back in and just had this blistering form, Marcos Alonso was having a very good start to the season. So as much as Ben Chilwell is obviously a lot quicker, getting back and going forwards, I think that at the moment, Chelsea is so well covered by those centre-backs and the central midfielders that we're not necessarily relying on Alonso to be doing those bombing up and down runs. Against United, could be a bit different. They do have a lot of pace in their side, but I think Marcos Alonso will have enough to nullify the United attack. We move into a central midfield 2. N'Golo Kante, not good. Kovacic, not good. Jorginho and Ruben Loftus-Cheek will start in the middle for this game. It's a shame that we don't have Mateo Kovacic. I missed him. I think that despite having all of these great options that we have throughout the entire team, Mateo Kovacic has made a wonderful start to the season. And even though it doesn't look at the moment as though we miss any of the players when we're out injured, you know, Lukaku, signed a big money striker, you're going to miss him. Timo Werner, you look at it and you're thinking, well, we don't have a recognised striker. But every single player that is stepping up into this Chelsea team is delivering. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I thought, was excellent off the bench against Juve. And Jorginho, I think, will captain the side today against United. We move into the front three. And Hakim Ziyech starts on the right after what was a brilliant performance against Juventus. And I always say it, if a player's playing well, I don't want to take him out the team. And I think Ziyech deserves to start. And in the middle, Timo Werner, Callum Hudson-Odoi on the left. I think there's so much dynamic movement with Timo Werner, partnered with Callum Hudson-Odoi, that I think Hakim Ziyech again could be the man, the wizard, the magician to unlock the Manchester United defence. I think in terms of score predictions, going to go with 4-0 Chelsea. I've just got a feeling we're going to do it again, you know. I think we've been so good. I have so much confidence in this team right now. And I think Rudiger's going to get one. I think Werner's going to get one. I think Ziyech's going to get one. And then Reece James is going to score again. I just really want Reece to keep scoring. Every time he scores, I feel like I celebrate a Reece James goal more than any of the other goals, which of course I celebrate all of them. But when Reece scores, it just feels a bit special right now, doesn't it? It's the celebrations that get me. Goes over to the crowd, sticks his arms out in the air just to say what. But anyway, let me know your Chelsea starting 11 in the comments down below. I'm going to go and eat a slice of pizza to nurse this hangover because this is a bad one, to be honest. I've had to get the video out for you guys though. Massive game. Subscribe to GBFC if you are new. Check out GBFC 2, link in the description. And I'll catch you guys after the game for 6 things we learned. Come on, you Blues.